Oh, Mrs. Torres,
Uh-huh.
on your website, I tried looking at the Zoom meetings and it said that it was restricted and I couldn't look at it.
Really?
Yeah, would you like me to if later just send a picture of it to you in an email?
No, I know how to fix it. I try to make it where only where it wasn't for everybody except for you guys. And but I guess I didn't do it right. So I will fix it.
Okay.
Okay. Isabella, you have some questions on the quiz 1 through 4? Okay. So 1 through 4, 6 and 10 from the quiz. Okay, Isabella, I'll work on those and just throw another chat out if you have any others. Garen, any questions from the quiz or just do the ones that they've asked for so far?
Just do the ones that they asked. I don't have anything right now.
Okay. And okay, can you guys all see the whiteboard?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Andrea, can you tell me how far you got or what was the last part I did for number 6?
X equals, and then it's 4 and then the root sign.
Uh-huh.
81 under the root to the 5th power.
Okay, so what you would do is this part here, the 4th root of 81, you either know it. Sorry, can you guys see everything?
Yeah.
Okay, you either know what the 4th root of 81 is or you break it down. 9 times 9, 3 times 3. So what's the 4th root of 81?
Wait, wouldn't it be the 5th root?
Rocky, stop it.
Why would it be the 5th root? Because of the way it was originally written, Garen?
I might have.
It's okay. It was log base x of 81 equals 4/5. And when I did it in video, I showed this part, correct, Andrea?
Yes.
And then what did I do to both sides to get rid of the 4/5 power? Do you remember? I raised both sides.
2.
Oh, okay.
5 over 4.
Sorry, I just did it a different way.
It's okay. Does this make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And do you know how to fix whatever way you did it to get it to be like this?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the 4th root of 81? Either of you?
What is it, 3?
3. You're right. So 3 would be your answer, but it's still raised to what power?
The 5th power.
The 5th. So then you figure out what 3 to the 5th is, and that's your answer.
Oh, that makes makes so much more sense when you explain it.
Yeah, I knew it would be something you guys would remember. Like you did this back in math too. It just needs that little, remember this, and then you guys are good. Okay, so questions from 6.
Nope.
Okay, so I am going to go back to numbers 1 through 4. Okay, so on numbers 1 through, I'm going to change this to 2. 1 through 2, it gives you log base 7 of 2 equals A, and log base 7 of 3 equals
B.
Oh, B. And then you had to find the rest. So I did number 2 with you, so I'll talk about 1. But remember, this should know whenever you do these, you should always know that log base, whatever base you're working with, which is 7, of 7 equals 1. So number 1 is log base 7 of 96. What I would do is break the 96 down and see if you can get it to use multiples of 2, 3, and or 7. Since it's even, I'm going to divide by 2. What is 96 divided by 2? And it was 96.
48.
48. And what can I divide 48 by? Another
2.
2 and
24.
and then 2 and
12,
12, 2 and
3, or 6.
2 and 6, and then 2 and 3.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not going to use the 7 on this one. We're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So log base 7 of 2 to the 5th times 3. Which makes sense because 2 to the 5th is 32, and 32 times 3 is 96. Does that part make sense? And then you use your log laws. I'm not ready to plug in. Kids will plug in, oh, that's a to the 5th and that's b, so they write their answer like this, a to the 5th times b. That is incorrect. You do have to use your log laws and break it up. So it's multiplication. What would I break it up with? Addition or subtraction?
Addition.
Addition. Log base 7 of 2 to the 5th plus log base 7 of 3. And I'm still not ready to plug it in because of this power. What do I have to do with that power first before I plug in a and b?
Don't you move it to the front?
Bring it to the front, correct. So you have 5 times log base 7 of 2 plus log base 7 of 3, and now you're ready to plug in your a and your b. Does that make sense?
So
Yeah.
then wouldn't it be 5a plus b?
Exactly. Yep. All right, do you guys want this up a little longer, or are we good?
Good.
Good?
Good.
Okay. So quiz questions 3 through 4. Okay. They give you log of 2 equals x and log of 3 equals y. What's the should know on this one? Log base what?
10.
Log base 10 of 10 equals
1.
1. So we can use multiples or fractions of 2, 3, and 10. And number 3 was log of 48. So you're going to do the same thing we did earlier, just start to break it down. 48 at least divides by 2. What would that be? 2 and
24.
24. And again, that's 2 and
12.
12. 2 and
6.
and then 2 and
3.
3. So log of 2 to the 1, 2, 3, 4th times 3. And I'll let you guys finish it because it's very similar to the previous one, only using different letters. You'd have to break it up with addition and then bring that 4 down. I think Andrea had said that earlier. You bring that power down after you pull it apart and then plug in your letters. You'd end up with something like 4x plus y or 4y plus x, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. And number 4 is log of 90. Can you guys tell me what I would use to break up log of 90?
10 and 9.
10 and 9?
Yeah.
And is it safe to use 10? Do I have to break 10 down, or is 10 a number I can use?
10 is a number you can use.
How about 9? Is 9 a number I can use, or do I have to break it down?
Break it down.
To 3 times 3. So log of 3 squared times 10. Break it apart using addition, bring your exponent down, and then plug in your letters and numbers. Do you guys have got it from there, or would you like to see it a step further?
So it would be 2
Got it.
Go ahead, Andrea.
plus 10. So that'd be 2y plus x.
Because you did log of 3 squared and you brought that 2 down, right?
Yeah.
Plus log of 10. What is log of 10?
Oh, that's 1.
That's 1. Good job.
So it would just be 2y plus 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, yes, I do. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the next one I have is quiz question number 10. Can I clear this, or do you guys need it up for a little bit longer?
You can clear it.
Yeah, you can clear it.
Okay. And Isabella, you can let us know if that was enough, or if you have any other questions.
She
Okay.
said for number 6, could you plug in 8 to the 5/4 power in the calculator?
Oh, was that a question she had?
Yeah, she just.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I can't see the questions right now, so thank you. Can you plug it? She said, can you plug in what?
Can you plug in 8 to the 5/4 power in the calculator?
Yes, 81 to the 5/4 in your calculator. Yes, you can do that. It works out the same as long as you have one of these calculators. You guys can see it. Yes, you could plug it in without having to do the work that we did. Okay. Okay, number 10, log base 4 of x squared plus x minus 40 equals 2. Okay, Andrea, tell us, did you know how to start it? Is there anything you did so far? Because I didn't go over this one at all in the video.
Yeah, I didn't know how to start it, and I was trying to look through the notes and like all the work to find something similar, but
Okay, so first off, there's a log we want to get rid of. So I'm going to ask you, is this the drop the log or the wraparound? Both of them gets rid of the log. Is it drop the log or wraparound?
I'm not sure. Maybe drop log.
Okay, if we're not sure, can we ask for help? Garen, is it drop the log?
Wrap it around.
Can you tell me how you know it's wraparound?
Because there's only one log on one side.
Good. If there's a log on only one side, it's the drop the log. If it looked like this, log base 4, I'm just going to make it up, x squared plus x minus 40 equals log base 4 of 12, then you would drop the logs and have x squared minus 40 equals 12. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, so this don't work that one out. That one was just made up. Okay, so 4 raised to the second power equals x squared plus x minus 40. What would you do next?
Wouldn't you move the 40 to the other side?
So 4 squared is 16, so I'm going to minus it over. 0 equals x squared plus x minus, what is that, 56? And then you would double bubble. Got it?
Yeah.
And just remember, once you find your x's, plug it in anywhere there's an x. So you'd want to plug it in right here, because you cannot take log of 0 or log of a negative. So whatever x values you end up with, as long as it does not make x squared plus x minus 40, as long as it does not make that 0 or negative, you're good.
Isabella asked, are you supposed to plug in x?
Are you supposed to plug in x?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what she means by that.
Like to check it.
Yes, yes, so that's it. So once you get your x answers, can you guys go ahead and finish factoring this? What do we get?
X minus 7, x plus 8.
So we get x equals -8 and +7. And then you would plug them both in, even the positive, 7 squared, so you would get 49 plus 7 minus 40. And I can't get that in there because I don't have enough room, but does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you plug it in, and as long as it does not come out to be 0 or negative, you're good. And then plug in the -8 as well, and as long as it does not come out to be 0 or negative, you're good. So you may have to cross one out, you may have to cross both of them out, they both may work, you have to check it to know. Make sense?
Yeah.
I am going to check something really quick. Okay. Questions on 10 before I move on?
No.
Okay. Any other questions? Because the packet's due tomorrow. Any questions on any of the other worksheets or the quiz or reviews or what to turn in?
It's only like little papers flying around everywhere. Oh, I have stars on 2 questions on 12.3.
On 12.3, do you know what numbers?
6 and 9.
Okay.
And 1 on 12.4.
Number 1 on 12 point what?
Number 16 on 12.4.
Okay.
I think that's it though.
Okay. So I'm going to do 12.3 first. So 12.3 numbers 6 and 9, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Garen, do you have any to add to those or just listening for now?
I'm just listening.
Okay. So I'm going to clear everything. So this, and Andrea, will you let me know if Isabella posts any questions?
Yeah, she just posted one saying, how do you know when to check the values? I'm assuming for the previous question.
Okay. How do you know when to test, like check your X values? If you have anything with a log of X or log of X plus 5 or log of X squared plus X minus 40, whatever it may be, if there's a log in the original problem, you check anywhere where that log existed. Log of pieces, well, you check in those pieces right there. So if the original problem had a log, you would check wherever that is, the X's are there. If it was like this plus log of 7, you wouldn't have to check log of 7 because there's no variable there. You check only where there's a log with the variable. Got it?
Yeah, she said thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay. So I'm on worksheet 3. Number 6.
Yes.
Okay. And it reads log base root 3 of 9. Is that correct? Root
Yes.
3 of 9. Okay, so remember what we said when I did these. I said set them equal to X. Even though it doesn't say solve, it says evaluate. I do it this way just so I can rewrite it. Andrea, can you tell me how to rewrite it?
Would it be root 3 to the X power equals 9?
Equals 9. And then I have to get them to the same base. So what does 9 become?
3 root 2.
3 squared, good. And what is root 3? Root 3 is 3 to what power?
I don't know. X or 1x?
You're on the right track. Ignore the X for now. 3 to the what power? You see the little numbers I put in there?
Oh, the 2 and the 1.
Good. So 3 to the 1/2
Oh.
raised to the X. Does that make sense? Like the square root always means the 1/2 power?
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 to the 1/2. And then this is 3 to the 1/2 X equals 3 squared. And now that they are the same base, we can drop the 3's, and 1/2 X equals 2. And what does X equal?
Maybe 4.
X equals 4. Good. Make sense?
Yes.
And you wouldn't have to check it because the original log did not have an X in it, so there's no checking. It was just evaluating. Okay, number 9 is similar. It's log base 5/2 of 8 over 125. So what do? Even though it's not an equals or an equation, I make it equal to what?
X.
To x, and then how would you wrap that around? What would it become?
It would become 5 over 2 to the x power equals 8 over 125.
Good. So I'm going to want to get them to the same base. So I'm going to work with this here and try to make it smaller. 8 is the same as 2 to what power?
2 cubed.
And 125 is the same as 5 to what power?
Isn't it 5?
5 to the third?
Third, I'm sorry.
It's okay. So this is the same as 2/5 raised to the third power. Would you agree that this and this are the same thing? I just wrote one with parentheses and one without. The one without, I put the 3's everywhere. The one with the parentheses, I put a big 3. Do you agree it's the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, but I want it to be 5/2. So 5/2 raised to the x equals 5/2 raised to what power? If I flip the base, what happens to the positive 3?
I don't know, does it become negative or something?
It would become negative. And that's it. Now that the bases are the same, you drop them, and what does x equal?
Negative.
Negative 3.
Oh, okay, so you just flip the base.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Are we safe to clear?
Yes.
Okay. So next one is 12/4, number 16. Log of x squared plus log of x cubed plus log of x to the 4th minus log of x to the 5th equals log of 16. Now this is a solving, so this is where we either drop the log or wrap around. Before I decide, what do I have to do with all of this first?
Wouldn't you have to condense it?
Condense it. Good. So I'm going to do all these pieces here first without the minus. Okay, so it's all addition. So what would I have? Multiplication or fraction?
Multiplication.
So x squared times x cubed times x to the 4th minus log of x to the 5th equals log of 16. Go ahead and add your exponents there. What do you get? Log of x to what power?
It would be 9.
Log of x to the 9th. Okay, so now on this last condensing piece, would it be a multiplication or a fraction?
Fraction.
And what do we do here with the exponents? Add or subtract?
You subtract that.
What would that give you?
X equals 4.
Or
x to the 4th power, sorry.
It's okay. Now remember what we said earlier, when you're getting rid of logs, you either drop the log or wrap around. And Garen told you earlier it was wrap around because there were not logs on both sides. What would it be on this one?
This is where you would drop them.
This is where you would drop it because there's log on each side. X to the 4th equals 16. You take the 4th root of both sides. And what does that give you? Plus or minus?
2. No.
2.
Yeah.
Now, yes, plus or minus 2. So, and it's plus or minus because it's an even root. Is this one we have to check, yes or no? There's log with x's. Would we have to check it?
Yes.
Yes, on all of these right here. And remember, the two numbers you cannot, types of numbers you cannot come up with are negative numbers or 0. So let's check positive 2. Is positive 2 squared going to stay positive?
Yeah.
What about 2 cubed, 2 to the 4th, and 2 to the 5th? Is it always going to be positive?
Yes.
Yes. What about -2? Is -2 squared positive?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. What about -2 to the third power?
No, that'd be
No,
good.
if it doesn't work for 1, then it doesn't work at all. So 2 is your only answer.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions on any of the other worksheets or reviews or quizzes?
Can you go over number 11 on the group quiz?
On the group quiz, I sure can. Okay. I did that one in the video, Garen. Do you still want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to clear. This is the quiz. And it's 2 to the 2x minus 8 times 2 to the x plus 12 equals 0. Can you verify? Is that the correct one?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me if there's anything you figured out while you looked at it on your own?
No, I didn't really know how to start it.
Okay, because it looks different from what we're used to.
Yeah.
Would you agree? Okay, I will tell you, when I talked about it in the video, I did mention what pops out to me are like this and here. They kind of look like the U substitution problems. Would you
Yeah.
agree? Looks like it, but they're not the same. So here's what I did. I changed this to 2 to the x squared. Before I go any further, would you agree 2 to the x squared is the same as 2 to the 2x because you multiply your powers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Now we can use U substitution. What would we let U equal?
2x to the x to the x.
To the x. And then you get U squared. A lot of kids read it like this: 8 times U plus 12 equals 0. And for whatever reason, that confuses them and they're stuck. You don't need the little multiplication symbol. 8U plus 12 like this is enough.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you double bubble and solve.
Yeah, I was looking at it completely differently.
It's okay. And there's more to it. Even after this, there's still like some change of base stuff. Would you like me to continue, or do you want to try it on your own and then watch the video?
I think I'll try it on my own.
Okay. So there is more to it. Even after you factor, you still have to get to the same base or log of both sides. But I explain it all in the video. Okay.
Yeah, I was just a little confused on how to start it.
In the beginning, yeah, I agree. That's why I did this one, because it looks very different. But once you get here, I'm assuming if it was written like that, you probably would have known, oh, use substitution.
Yeah.
But it was written a little differently.
Yeah.
Okay. Any others from either of you?
No, I don't think so.
No, I
I
didn't
have a question
see anything else.
about how you want us to turn everything in.
Okay, turn in you can turn everything in tomorrow at West. Same as last time. I'm not sure how you turned yours in, Andrea, last time. Did you turn the packet in, or did you give it to me through?
I turned it in at Corpus West.
Okay, so same thing. You just can put everything together, make sure my name is on the top page. And just turn it in. So all of the work with the quiz.
Okay, but would you like the worksheets and stuff, like even if we didn't write on them?
That's up to you. I don't need them back.
Okay.
But if you want to turn it all in together, that's optional.
Okay.
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 Any others?
Nope, I'm good.
Well,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Gary?
is it gonna be like the box again? We just turn it into
Yes.
a box? Okay.
And then we pick up another, do we pick up unit 13?
It's not unit 13, it's the final review.
Oh, okay.
The final review packet.
Will that be posted on the website?
It'll also be on my website, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay,
Right.
thank you. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Love you, miss you. Bye-bye.